What is up, everybody? Republican here, and today we're going to be talking about the Kyle shooting. What's his last name there? Logan? What's his last name there? I forgot.
It's Kyle Rittenhouse.
Rittenhouse, alright. Kyle Rittenhouse, he shot 3 people, killed 2 of them, and today we're going to be talking about it. There's posts all over the internet. I saw Snoop Dogg have a post there. I saw a whole bunch of people posting about it, how this country's racist and all that. So we're going to be talking about it today. So, first off, Logan, what are your thoughts on this whole incident?
The way I first saw this video is this one YouTuber, he made a report on it. He was an ex-police officer.
Mm-hmm.
He asked the question because, honestly, his comment section is probably the most civil on YouTube, at least that I've seen. And he's like, is it murder or self-defense? And I think that's the question we should be here today and try and answer for certain people.
So we're going to break down how the shooting went down in this video. So, Kyle Rittenhouse, he was basically a bodyguard for like a certain building that got burnt down or something like that, if I am not mistaken.
Here, I actually have, I think the video popped up here. What really got it all started was these rioters were they had a dumpster on fire and they were about to throw it either on a building or some police officers. One of the two.
See, that's why Kyle was there in the first place, because he was actually there to protect the building and help people who got hurt during the riots. That's what he was there for. He was pretty much like a riot control person. Even though in the state of Wisconsin it is illegal for a 17-year-old to own an assault rifle, technically. But I think he was
Well, let me think. I think regardless, you should have a certain amount of, like, rights. Like, what? He has to be 18 years old to have a gun to defend himself with, is what basically... is what the media is saying.
Yeah, but
like
he's doing a job.
People like me and you can't, like, if we had a gun and somebody broke into our house, we'd get in trouble for having the gun. You know what I mean? But basically, they're accusing him of murder, reckless endangerment with a weapon.
It wasn't murder.
And
it's not murder. I could tell you why.
I don't think it's murder either. I mean, I think it was self-defense.
I don't think it wasn't murder. I know it wasn't murder, because murder is premeditated. If it was murder, he went in there knowing that, hey, I'm going to kill 3 people today. He didn't go in there thinking like that. Earlier in if you actually look into it, there's this guy named Joseph Rosenberg or something like that.
Yes.
A bunch of weird names in this whole situation. And he was going around, he was yelling at Kyle saying, shoot me, N-word. Which is weird because he's white, saying the N-word. But, I mean, I don't think anybody should say the N-word if you ask me.
That was actually the first part of the video, because if there's another video later on, it shows people, and I don't know what they threw at Kyle, but
it looked like a drink. It looked like a drink.
It was definitely something on fire. It wasn't a Molotov cocktail.
I don't think it was on fire. I don't think it was on fire. I think it was like a...
No, I have the video pulled up right now. Somebody threw something on fire at him. And if it was a Molotov, it would have exploded all over the ground, but it wasn't. And not to mention, the video I have pulled up, like, at this moment, shows them running after Kyle, and when Kyle turns around to see what's happening, all he sees is a muzzle flash and hears a gunshot.
He heard, the first gunshot was, there's a bunch of videos.
Initially, it wasn't the guy running after him at first, like the first guy running after him.
The guy who was running after him was Joseph. He was the one who threw something at Kyle.
Yeah, he's not the one with the gun. No. Directly behind him was another dude shooting a gun, and the first bullet actually, it wasn't Rittenhouse that killed the guy right behind him. The bullet grazed his head.
Really?
However,
I didn't know that.
There was 2 reports on the video, and there was 2 of them. It showed one bullet went straight through the guy's leg, and you know how many veins are on the leg.
Oh, it's insane.
and straight through, I think, his upper thigh.
And bullets aren't nice. I mean, if a bullet hits you, it's not going to go through like Call of Duty. A bullet hits you in your femur, which is the hardest bone in the body. It's going to ricochet, and it's going to go up your body. I mean, I've seen a video where a guy got shot in the leg, and the bullet exited through his shoulder. Like, bullets don't just...
And yes, obviously, we're talking about a handgun bullet here,
yep.
so that
9mm at least.
But basically, it shot him straight in the thigh, and then boom, went up, I think they said near his genitals, and did some damage there.
That must suck. And
that's what killed him. They're thinking, oh, he shot him in the head. No, the bullet, in the autopsy report, the guy, Rittenhouse, he only killed one person. At least, presumably, at least unless I didn't understand the video right. But the bullet grazed his head.
Well, he killed two people. The report said he killed two people. And he wounded another guy.
Well, that's because that guy had a gun out and was coming at him to grab his gun away from him.
Yup, he was, that guy got wounded. He got shot in the arm.
And it wasn't like... You can't accuse him of going out and going fucking crazy and being reckless with it. Because all of his shots were controlled, and they weren't crazy, like shooting anywhere and anywhere. He
wasn't shooting up in the air like the guy with the pistol.
Yes, exactly. And Kyle Rittenhouse, he's 17. What do you think he's thinking when he has all these people running after him?
There's at least 15 people there.
And telling 15. Him beat the crap out of him.
One dude stomped right on his head.
Yeah, he stomped right on his head, and then right after he got stomped, this is the guy who got shot in the heart, straight in the heart. That's why he walked forward and fell.
He came up with a skateboard.
And smacked him right in the head and tried to pull a gun, but Kyle shot and it went straight through his heart.
I'm sorry, if a guy has a gun in his hand, I'm not going to chase him.
Well, exactly. Not to also mention, there's a lot more people than there is Kyle, even though he has a weapon. Sure, he might be 17, he might be this, he might be that, but it might be illegal, right? But that doesn't mean what he did was wrong. Him holding a gun doesn't mean it's wrong. Just because he's 17. All these people were running after him for seemingly no reason, all because he didn't want them to set shit on fire. And these are so-called peaceful protesters. So-called.
Peaceful.
Yeah.
Hear that, yeah, Brock? Barack Obama said it. Bernie Sanders said it. I think Elizabeth Warren said it, but don't quote me on that.
But if you see these people, there's nothing peaceful about setting shit on fire. There's nothing peaceful about destroying things, looting places. And I don't even, I'm gonna be completely honest with you, I don't know what they were writing about, what they were doing against the police, maybe.
It was probably Black Lives Matter, to be honest. I mean, it happened right after the Jacob Blake shooting. So probably protesting about that.
I see. So basically, there is Black Lives Matter again, and I really think that they're the ones getting people killed because they're making them think, oh well, protest and destroy things. Like, why the fuck are you doing this?
All right, please watch your language on my channel, though.
Oh, yeah, sorry.
Yeah, you swore about 4 times so far, so chill out.
Wait, I did?
Yeah, 4 times so far.
But he's 17, right? Like, not much older than me or you.
Nope, he's a year older than I am.
And he's the same
maybe
age
not even. I mean, he could have just turned 17.
Yeah, and he's 17. People are running at him. For his age, he was very controlled with that weapon.
Oh, insanely controlled. I mean, if I was in that same position, I would have been a lot more violent if I was in his position.
Yeah, because one, you're scared, you don't know what's going on, you're just trying to stop violence, and people are forcing you to do things you don't want to do.
He was born in 2003.
Like,
In
he handled this
August.
situation so.
He just turned 17. Like 5 days ago.
And if I remember correctly, one of the, let's see, I'm gonna bring it up here. One of the men he shot, he had a criminal record, and it was a very big criminal record.
Oh, two of the guys he shot had a criminal record.
Yeah, but one of them was a convicted sex offender.
Yeah,
Twice,
Joseph
of a minor.
Joseph did. Joseph Rosenbraun. The skateboard dude was he has a lot of crimes on him in 2012.
And if anything, you want to know what's even like dumber? When you looked for one of their the convicted sex offenders list of convictions and things, it won't show it. You want to know why? They purged it, and what I think they're doing is trying to make it seem like, oh, he was such a good guy. They purged his list because he died. Oh, he's such a good dude. No, like don't just do that. Like, yeah, here it is, popped up right now. I'm pulling it up.
Okay.
I'll read it off to you.
I mean, I don't know about this dude. I mean, I'm not gonna say anything because I don't know much about him.
Oh, wait.
All I know is what I can see, and if you know me, I'm
Joseph
not gonna...
Rosenbaum went. He has sexual conduct with a minor twice, and interference with a monitor device. He was jailed both times for that. He's been in prison for a total of, oh, not to mention his rack sheet of disciplinary infractions. Here, I'll just read it off to you. I'll start from the bottom. Disrespect, staff obstruction, disobeying orders, staff obstruction, two of them, disobeying orders, so many of those, by the way. Not in authorized area. There's a lot of disobeying orders. Disobeying orders again. He gave a rat tool. He had a refusal to work. He had an assault with a weapon in prison. Disobeying orders. And one of the worst ones he had continuously on the same day was assault on staff. He assaulted he assaulted 4 staff. He was tampering with security and safety devices, possession of drugs or narcotics, assault on staff,
This is a lot of stuff.
Yes, and this is all in prison. It's a giant sheet.
And also the other dude, the other guy with the skateboard, he had a pretty big criminal record. I could actually find his. I found the guy with the skateboard's criminal record. He had like a domestic abuse and stuff like that.
Like all this his disciplinary record is and he didn't get better. You know how normally people get better over time. His lasted from 2003
Strawberry there. He
to
got
2013.
He went what?
Yeah.
What'd you say about
his his disciplinary infractions lasted from 2003 to 2013, and 10 entire years.
That happened when the Kyle dude was born.
Exactly. He was in prison when he was
being born.
I mean, we might seem like we're very calm and that's how we're supposed to be on the show. Well, unless you're me. That was a joke.
Yep.
Here, I'm gonna go drink. But sexual misconduct with a minor twice and tampering with security devices is how he got in prison. And people are making him out to be he's such a good guy. He shouldn't be doing those things. And literally what happened, I found the video now. He put out a fire that they had in a dumpster, and then they started running after him. A Good Samaritan put out a trash can fire that rioters were about to push onto police squad cars. That's what triggered the skirmish.
Alright, yeah. Well, let's get on to the next part of the video where the Kyle, after he shot those guys, people started backing up, people started freaking out, and Kyle gets up and he starts walking by the police cars.
Yes.
And people started calling the police racist and, oh, he's privileged. He had white privilege because the police didn't arrest him after shooting two people. It wasn't necessarily
They just
that.
got there.
Yeah, they literally just got there. They're just pulling up. They don't know what happened. You're just assuming.
And it's people are always quick to point white privilege. Somebody shooting somebody. Well,
the police already knew that he was there. They knew Kyle was there. They knew what he was doing. So when they see Kyle with his hands raised, walking by, they're not gonna suspect much. They need answers. They're not just gonna assume that, hey, this guy is a bad guy.
oh look, he has a gun, so we gotta arrest him. Like, that's not how it works.
Now, actually, if you look in the video, if you actually watch the video, he walked up by the police car and started explaining stuff. He was trying to explain the situation the best of his ability.
Okay, what is your opinion on this? Because sometimes we're kind of a little bit all over the place.
On this situation, I feel like Kyle should definitely get charged for, I mean, he still killed people, so he should still get a little bit of jail time. But he was still defending himself.
I think this is my take. Murder or self-defense? I believe it is self-defense. However, I do believe he shouldn't get charged with murder.
It wasn't murder, so he won't get charged with murder.
I think he should get charged with false, reckless endangerment, and illegally holding a weapon.
Yeah.
Murder's too far because he's 17. He's getting chased after by these people saying beat the crap out of him.
They were
We've
beating
seen it
him
before.
up.
We've seen it before. Rioters have beaten people to death.
Yeah, and Dorn there in the RNC. I don't know if you watched the RNC. Did you watch the RNC?
No, I haven't.
Ann Dorn, she, on one of the days of the RNC, she had a speech about her husband, and her husband was like a security guard person for this place, and he had to answer a call with a bunch of rioters, and as soon as he stepped foot in that store where all the rioters were, they turned around and started beating the crap out of him.
Exactly.
And
that's probably what he was thinking. Oh, they're gonna try and beat me to death.
Mm-hmm. But he didn't really
He's
do
17.
Yeah, he's 17.
He's just there to try and keep the peace.
I mean, he's trying. If you watch the video, he says he's trying there to help people. He's there with his rifle. If dirt hits the fan, and he's there to help people who are wounded. He has his med kit with him and all that.
It is literally, how do you say it? All about keeping the peace. He didn't want that garbage can, whatever you want to call it. It was a dumpster, but I guess they call it a can. Thrown on the police car, because as soon as the police see that, they're thinking, oh, well, these people are trying to harm us very badly with lethal force. We're going to have to fire back.
Yeah.
And we're still going to be somehow called racist and ignorant and, oh, what you said stupid, even though I won't explain why what you said is stupid. And,
yep. See, I feel like this wasn't racist at all. What happened in this situation was not racist. It's not racially motivated. First off, the reason why it's not most racially motivated, because nobody that he shot was a different race than him. This wasn't racially motivated. This was straight up self-defense.
Exactly. But basically, that's what I wanted to talk about today. I don't know if you wanted to add anything else.
No, I just wanted to talk about this situation here. We kind of went off track there. I might have to take some footage out there, but pretty good. So yeah, this is all we have for the I can't get it. Kyle Rittenberg.
That's all we have for Kyle Rittenhouse today.
Yeah, that guy. I can't get names today, man. Kyle Rittenhouse. That's all we have for him. So, hope this video, guys. Please leave a comment, subscribe for more. I'm out. Peace. Trump 2020. Goodbye. See you guys later.